Hello and welcome to this fourth Sunday of Lent. This week we're going to consider the covenant that God made with David. So far we have seen that God has made his promises firstly to a couple, Adam and Eve, secondly to a family, Noah, and thirdly to a tribe, Moses. And we see that this promise is given to the nation of Israel. The Davidic covenant thus identifies more precisely the promised seed who will mediate the international blessing. He will be a royal descendant of Abraham through David. The reason of God's covenants with Noah, Abraham, Moses and David ought to increase the joy of our faith, because it's all of them that help us to point us towards Jesus. God exerts in all of this his omnipotence and his omniscience to do good to his people. And we are all that people if we follow Christ in obedience of faith, like these people, Moses and David and Adam and Eve, who did not. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever, we read. And your house shall be the kingdom, and shall be made sure forever before me. Your throne shall be established forever. 3 times that words forever appear in that short verse. No wonder this covenant was central to Israel's hope for the future. When God promises to do something forever, all of eternity is being shaped. Your kingdom shall be made sure forever before me. Your throne shall be established forever. This must mean that the kingdom of David would be established and secured by a descendant. The promise to establish David's kingdom cannot happen as long as the descendants of David are rebellious and disobedient. As long as David's sons are disobedient, the kingdom cannot be made secure forever. Israel learnt over the centuries, following David and Solomon, that disobedience in her king always brought the nation to ruin. But the godly among them knew one thing for sure. God had promised that the throne of David will be established forever. We read this in the book of Samuel. So they came to see that a son of David must be coming, and he would fulfill the conditions of the covenant. He would sit on David's throne and rule forever. A succession of imperfect kings could never fulfill this promise. If God were true to his word, if he stuck by his job description we read in Samuel, he would have to raise up a righteous, obedient son of David to take the throne. Ezekiel looks to the future salvation of God's people and speaks God's word. I will save them from all their backslidings in which they have sinned, and will cleanse them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God. My servant David shall be king over them, and they shall have one shepherd. Jeremiah stresses that the coming king would fulfill the condition of righteousness, which he mentions earlier. Behold, the days are coming, says the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch, and he shall reign as king and deal wisely, and shall execute justice and righteousness in the land. In his days Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell securely. And this is the name by which he will be called, the Lord is our righteousness. But it was Isaiah who saw the glory of the Son of David more clearly than anyone, and virtually identified him as God. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his governance and of peace there will be no end upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. So the surety of the covenant with David lies ultimately in the fact that God himself will become king and sit upon the throne. When a covenant is conditional, and yet it is also certain, you can be sure that God himself will intervene to make sure that the conditions are fulfilled. The mission of the Church today is to submit to the Son of David, who right now rules invisibly from heaven until he puts every enemy under his feet. And our mission is to announce the good news to people in every neighbourhood and every nation, that they can be happy subjects of Christ's kingdom forever if they transfer their allegiance from the kingdom of this world to the kingdom of God. Come therefore to the Son of David, come to the King of Kings, and he will sign with his own blood your personal copy of the job description. He's written it for himself, to be God to you, and he will give it to you as an eternal covenant, never to turn away from you doing good. God bless you.